What's up, all you lovely internet movie fans? It's Austin coming back to you here on a Monday with a lot of topics to discuss in the realm of movies and television. We have Denzel officially confirmed to be joining the MCU by Ryan Coogler. We have release schedule for Stranger Things, the final chapter, the final season of Stranger Things. We have projections for the opening box office for both F4 and Superman. And then lastly, I want to touch on something that's very dear to my heart, the movies. I want to discuss why I love going to the movies and why I love movies in general. So let's dive into and discuss everything now with y'all. So first off, let's start with Stranger Things. Stranger Things is something that I wasn't into at first. Then when I started watching, when COVID first happened, dove into the show and was actually very endearing to me. I actually come to find and like this show quite a bit. And I was following the first two seasons, but then when season three came around, just with work and everything and my schedule, and I was just so busy working, I kind of just fell off with the show, didn't watch season three, watched it later eventually, and thought it was all right. So then season four came around, and I never watched it at all. I only just watched season four last year. And let me say, holy fuck, that was a great season of television. I know season four has some mixed reviews from what I've seen that people don't like it, they do like it. I thought season four was exceptional, only behind season one for what is the best of Stranger Things so far. The Vecna storyline and how they're able to tie in all these different things and how one relates to another. I found that very much just drew me in. I was in for the show. And now, when I found that out, I was like, oh, season five, it should be right on the corner, right? I found out that no, season five wasn't even coming close when I watched that. So I was like, disappointed. But we finally have a release schedule for the final season of Stranger Things. It's going to release in 3 volumes. And I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe each volume is going to be like multiple episodes, if not like 2 hour, just like feature length, like presentations of the show. So we'll see what it brings. But the reschedule is right here over my left shoulder right now. We have November 26th is when the first set is going to drop. Volume 2 drops Christmas, and then the final drop is New Year's Eve. I'm torn on this. I think it's going to work out because it's around the holidays, which is smart. You're going to be people gathered in there with their family around televisions. They're going to watch stuff. They're going to be watching football. They're going to be watching, I guess, basketball if you want to watch basketball that time, but football owns the holiday season now around November and Christmas. So I digress from that. And New Year's Eve, which I don't know about that one. I think that's the one trepidation I have when it comes out. But I'll try and watch these when they drop for the most part. I probably won't be able to watch the one on Christmas when it comes out right away or New Year's Eve. But I'm excited for this. I like Stranger Things. Last season I felt was very good, and I'm curious to see how the tie-in goes, how they're going to tie up everything, if it's going to lead into spin-offs, if there's going to be an age gap. Like, are they going to age the characters up in terms of the time passed from last season to where they are now? I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Stranger Things. Let me know what you guys think and discuss. All right. So let's go with Fandango and F4 because it's not a lot, it's not a big topic, but pretty interesting that F4 on its opening day with tickets became available. They reportedly crashed a couple of sites, so it's hard to get tickets, but they set the record for this year for opening box office for ticket sales on the first day. And this includes a year that has Lilo and Stitch, which just crossed $750 million at the box office in just its third week. It's soaring. It's booming right now. I don't know if it'll hit a billion or if it'll catch Minecraft. We shall see, but the movie is doing great. And speaking of Minecraft, a movie that made over $950 million at the box office, it beat that first opening day. Mission Impossible, which is over $450 million now, which is doing great. Love that for TC in that overall movie. F4 beat that. So I think there is a real groundswell for F4 tickets, and people are excited to see what this movie is going to be. You know, it's an alternate universe of Earth. We have Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, Eben Moss Backrack as the Thing, Ben Grimm, and then Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, Johnny Storm. So I like this cast. And then we have Galactus is going to be in it. We have Julia Garner, Silver Surfer, Shia LaBeouf is going to be in it. I think this movie has a very, very good following. People are interested in what it's going to be, the overall just storyline. It's the futuristic Earth, too. So the Earth is not our Earth. It's in a different universe. And it's much more futuristic tech savvy, which I love, too, because I'm a proponent for that stuff in general. But I'm very excited for this movie. I got my tickets. I'm there opening night. And I think there's a real yearning to see what this movie is going to be because Fantastic Four has never been nailed. With the prior 2000s, they're fun. I enjoy them, but for what they are, but they're not great overall movies. They're fun. So I'm very curious to see what we're going to get with this. We have Galactus, we have the team, we have Mole Man's going to be in it, and a couple other characters. Maybe even Doctor Doom makes a cameo at the end, I believe, in a post credit. That's not even important, though. But I think capturing the overall team aesthetic, the visuals, that core concept, and the fear of this overarching deity in Galactus, who's as old as the universe, is coming to destroy you. And it's like, I'm very curious about this, but I'm excited to see that there's real people who want to watch this movie, and I can't wait to see it when it comes out. And I think it's going to do great, and it's going to be a big step up for Marvel because we saw what Thunderbolts just did in terms of the box office, which in terms not doing well, but an overall great quality movie. If Fantastic Four can continue that and be a great quality movie, I think it will make good money as well because it seems people are a lot more interested in this. So, sticking on the topic of Marvel, let's now dive into Black Panther 3 and just some awesome news. We have Ryan Coogler. So there was rumors out there that Denzel was going to be joining Black Panther 3. He revealed them himself too. He's like, I got a role in it, man. I got a part. Ryan Coogler's writing something for me. So that was like our confirmation, but we had never like officially confirmed. Well, Ryan Coogler officially confirmed that. He confirms Denzel is a part of Black Panther 3. He's writing him an original part for the script. I don't know if it's actually what it's going to be if it's original, but I'm very curious to see Denzel in the MCU interacting with all these different characters. I'm very curious to see what Black Panther 3 will even be because when is it going to take place? Is it going to take place before Secret Wars, after Secret Wars? Because if it takes place after Secret Wars, I have a feeling that it won't be called Black Panther 3, obviously. It'll be Black Panther something. And I think that'll be a resetting of the Black Panther, of the MCU after Secret Wars and the Black Panther mythos. So I think if it's after Secret Wars, we will have a new Black Panther officially. And I think Denzel will then be in that movie with that working script and everything, which I think is very unique and very interesting. I don't know if he's going to be Magneto like a lot of people speculate, so we shall see about that, but this is awesome news. And then finally, Superman has a massive box office projection for its opening weekend. 150 to 175 million opening weekend, which would be the largest for a Superman movie ever and the largest for a DC production at Warner Brothers for their opening ever. That takes into account Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, Justice League, all of those stuff. So I think Superman is going to be an absolute massive hit. I am so excited for that. It's my number one most anticipated movie of this coming summer, even above F4, which I'm absolutely delighted for. So Superman, the trailers, the color, the vibrancy, the hope, it all screams what Superman is supposed to be about and what we want Superman to be and stand for. I love everything about it. I love Gunn because Gunn, I trust in James Gunn. I think David Corenswet is fantastic. Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult, Guy Gardner is going to be in this movie as a Green Lantern. We have like Nathan Fillion playing that. So I am so excited for this movie. It looks great from everything I've seen for it. I cannot wait for this movie to come to fruition and see what we got on the big screen for Superman. It's the restarting of a new universe too, which that in its of itself intrigues me. So seeing what we get for the mythos of this universe, the world building, the expansion, like I said, it's so bright, colorful, and vibrant. I love that. And he's like they've said over and over again, he's for hope. He wants to inspire people to look up, to astound for greatness. And I just love that about this trailer. All the trailers, all about the marketing, the storyline overall. So I am so excited for Superman, and I cannot wait for this movie to come out. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next time, and join us for whatever happens in the world of movies this week. We have a couple of good movies coming out in terms of The Materialist, starring Pedro Pascal. Who is that? Chris Evans and Dakota Johnson. Excited for that. And then How to Train Your Dragon, the live action movie. I've heard great things about this. I'm going to go see it in IMAX this coming week, and I think it's going to be absolutely stunning and a glorious visual to watch. So excited for that. Like I said, go see movies at the theaters. Got Found Destination still there. Mission Impossible, Lilo and Stitch, Thunderbolts, maybe. I'll still want to see that one more time before it leaves. Sinners, which I absolutely is a delight and the best movie that I've seen this year. So still lots of good stuff to go see at the theaters. And I'll see you guys at the movies next time. Peace.